Thank you, Paul. Next up, Mark Lipman. Mark, you in the house? Come on up here.
The sons of another Whitman awake, retake the word, retake the song. There's no time now for sleeping till noon in your shuttered rooms. There's no time now as New York crumbles beneath our feet under the trampling of a nation of sheep. As Kabul is wiped off the map, as the Native American follows, as the Palestinian follows in the footsteps of the Native American, gone with the echoes of 1,000 mothers' cries, everyone asking, why? Not for freedom, not for democracy, but for a new kingdom ruled by philanthropy. Yes, blood is thicker than water, but not as thick as oil. How many must still be killed to keep the drills alive? Where are the new Dylans? Where are the new Ginsburgs? Where are the voices of a new generation with their cut-up jeans and backpacks? Where are all the great minds of today? Still roaming their dark alleyways? Yes, Ferlinghetti is still alive, but so too is Dick Cheney. The usurpers are all still in the house, and all the voices remain silent. How many Kyotos must be rejected? How many Johannesburgs overruled by a party of one? How many rulers selected and promises broken before we stand up and speak out and take back what should be ours? Guaranteed by birth. Whitman's wild children are all alive and well, so put down your glasses and pick up your pens, get on your buses, all going further, and let your voices be heard. Thank you very much. I got one more poem for you. There's a backstory to it. I tell you it if there was time, but instead you're just going to have to trust me and enjoy. This is called The Crows. Don't you dare disturb those crows. Those crows been up in that tree longer than you'd know. Don't you dare disturb those crows. Up there they perch with midnight beak askew, sharpened talons gripping silky bark, ready to tear the flesh off the wayward field mouse. Eyes translucent black, they see right through you, cock-a-doodle-doo. You better have grit in your heart to travel in these woods. Them crows be always one step ahead of you. That's because they got 99 to the one of you. They may seem fearful stepping back, retreating to their branches. Just be careful overhead when you walk beneath them, ficus. Crows got a nasty way of keeping track of you. So don't you dare disturb those crows. Those crows been up in that tree longer than you'd know. Don't you dare disturb those crows. Now maybe you think you'll pitch a tent and stay a while, see what's going on underneath them shooting stars. And maybe you think those crows will just make way for you. Well, maybe they may, and maybe they won't. That really depends on your own intentions. The tree is big and the limbs are wide. There's space for all who wish to reside. As you climb up high into the thicket of those leafy branches, do not be so surprised if the crows have all absconded and now flown, unable to follow. You might take the tree, but does that make you truly free when their silence has stolen your thunder? Don't you dare disturb those crows. Those crows been up in that tree longer than you'd know. Don't you dare disturb those crows. They followed me home tonight. I can see their shadows lurking overhead, stalking my every footstep, daring me to slow my pace, push me forward. I ran away, feet falling fast, beating damp cobblestone. I turned towards the darkened alley, candlelight shimmering, brick cages closing in. They circled in above my head, clawing. Their raucous voices taunted my path into my very doorstep. Turning silver key, I entered safer quarters. Collapsing on my sofa, I took solace in the knowledge that not a moment of this would make the evening news. Officially, they didn't exist, those crows gazing through my window, pecking at my eyes, filling my head with their social discontent, were only a figment of my imagination. Or so I am told. Don't you dare disturb those crows. Those crows been up in that tree longer than you'd know. Don't you dare disturb those crows. In winter, naked branches stretch out in all directions. Their spindly fingers make nests for a flock of silhouettes. 99 crows have gathered. Watching and waiting, they bide their time. Sunsets burnt orange down before them. Twilight marks their feeding time. The tide is now uprising. As if a cue had just been called, they cocked their heads and lifted beaks, and those of exploding, they burst into the sky, streaking black the eventide. 99 crows devour the horizon. Don't you dare disturb those crows. Those crows been up in that tree longer than you'd know. Don't you dare disturb those crows. Now maybe you think you're the hawk circling overhead, or the noble and bloodthirsty eagle watching from on high, looking down on those swarming Negro masses below. But just let it be advertised, those crows ain't no doves ready to coo and die. They're much too experienced for that. Their lack of attack comes more from the intellectual of knowing how and where to strike their blows, to be the most effectual. With all your speed and strength, the audacity of your governance, you'd never see it coming. The crows are everywhere. They're every one of us. When we come, it will be from every direction. Don't you dare disturb those crows. Those crows been up in that tree longer than you'd know. Don't you dare disturb those crows.